Hey guys, hey Vic, hey Peter, how we doing guys? Just give me 1 minute. Uh, 1 second guys. Okay, here we go. Uh, Mr. Briggs, Sid, how we doing? Right, who else have we got in? Let's have a look. Refresh page. So, start a virtual camera. Not sure what that is. Okay, so what's happening today? Not a lot really. We took a trade. Very good, buddy. Very good. So look, the only thing we've done today, or the only thing that I've done, is we took this trade this morning, which was here, and it was off the 30-minute chart. It was this candle here, false break. We had a close above, we had a wick up, then close back below, and then here we just sold underneath the low and took, well, I took 30 pips. Some of the members got 50, one got 70. And then it's just been in a bit of a nasty little range. So look, what I'd say is, looking at this now, um, to be fair, I'm quite surprised that we've seen just so the 30, right? What do we see on the 30? We've seen a close above, we've seen a wick down. Um, you could go for buys above 33, 38.14, and trade it up into that range. So that's an option. 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. I just have to answer this quickly. Guys, 1 second. Not sure if the car's been nicked because my missus can't find it. Bear with me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, panic over, panic over. Car has not been stolen. It is what you call a lady that doesn't use her eyes or even just the clicker to see a bloody light. Never mind, stop me from. That definitely got the old ticker going. That would have been the second car stolen in 2 years. So, days are done of having nice cars, put it that way. Oh mate, I tell you. So look, right, as I said, unfortunately, Sid, you were obviously in the land of Nod, also checking out some Zeds. Uh, when we did a live stream this morning at 6:30 a.m., we had a gold trade which worked out beautifully. So as I said to the members and to everyone on YouTube at that time, um, I'm not going to be doing any more trades for the day. It was a case of one and done, finishing the week on a high, always a great way to go out. But what I will do is through the session is I will show you anything that is setting up that I would like to trade. So uh, right, I mean, look, I think gold longs above this area here would be attractive. But I'm gonna show you the the trade that I'm referring to that we took through the live stream, so you can see exactly what I took. Uh, and I don't know if you can see. Uh, Here it is. See the arrow here, just underneath this candle, as I showed you, the false break. Took 12 pips, took 30 pips, done. Some of the guys got the full whack. Peter Armand got 70, so he literally got the whole shebang. But yeah, that was the trade. That's what we took. Um, Now it's a matter of what do you want to do. So if we look at this, if we're looking for breakouts long, let's take a look at Frankie. How are you, mate? Um, Frankie, you, your trade on gold, how did you get triggered, mate? I don't quite see it. The one that you said you had, not the result that you were intending. But look, in all honesty, there's a setup coming right now. I'm not trading it, so don't look at me and say, "Oh, where's your order?" As you know, DAX, was it DAX? So this would be the initial order. We'd be looking at price that's broken and closed above resistance. So we've got resistance. We've had a close above. Do we have clear space? So let's look to the left-hand side. If we go above the high of this candle, do we have clear candle space? So let's have a look. There's the high of the candle. Yeah, we've got clear candle space, all of 206 points. Okay, so 206 pips of clear candle space. So the next candle, we need to see it wick down. Does the next candle wick down? Yes, it wicks down. Is there anything else that we can look at on that? Well, let's look at the 1 hourly. So the 1 hour, we can see structure is the same. We've had a close above, we've had a wick down. So the hourly and the 30 are giving the same look. The only difference is you might look at this and go, have we had a wick down? Well, if we look at the 30-minute, there's your wick down. So the 30-minute shows you the wick down within the H1 candle. Does that make sense, guys? The 30-minute shows you the wick down in the 1 hour candle. So you don't need to wait for this candle to wick down. If this candle just went straight up, that's perfectly fine. Time frame correlation. Yeah, does that make sense, guys? So on that basis, you can put your buy stops above the H1 high. Stop loss, I'd use the H1 low or the M30 low. It doesn't really matter because you're going to move it the second this candle breaks the highs. Okay, so if this candle then just triggers and breaks the highs, you're going to bring your stop loss straight up underneath here anyway. Everyone happy with that? We've got Friday quiet fingers. Keyboard's not working. Who's going to be placed in that trade? Let's do a poll. All right. Will you place gold buys above H? All right. I've just posted a poll, guys. Maybe it's easier to do one click than type a yes or a no. Because you've either the sound's not coming through or you're all just gone, you're all on Friday mode and going, nah, sod it. Not listening, not typing, just gonna sit here, ready for the weekend. So buy stops go in above the high. I've shown you the trade that we took this morning. So like my day is done. Vic, just about to call it a day. Lovely. Enjoy your weekend, mate. Um, okay, cool. So let's have a look at the NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These let's look at most recent daily resistance here. Now, you could say this one, right? But if we're gonna use this one, what's the problem? What's the problem with using this one as the most recent resistance? If we're gonna stick on the daily time frame. Ah, no problem. So look, what's the problem with looking at this resistance order, resistance level, if using the daily time frame? Can we use it today? Will it be of any use today? Yes or no? Just gonna set an alert here so I know if it triggers for you guys, and then we'll go back to um okay, so let's go back to this daily. It has been disrespected several times. Uh, anything else? There's one major issue, and it's no use because of this right now. It might be tomorrow, or Monday, I should say. So look, think about the setups. Let me bring this in. Let me bring the setups in. So if we look at all the setups using this time frame, can we trade a breakout? Yes or no? Let me put some music on. Can we trade a breakout, guys? Yes or no? Think about the checklist. Yes, no, not sure. Have we got a delay today? What's that? Is that no to a delay or no, we can't trade a breakout? Okay, fantastic. So we can't trade a breakout. What about a false breakout? Can we trade a false breakout on this one, guys? No. Why not? Okay, can we trade a BPC? No, we can't trade a BPC, guys, because we're sat at resistance. If we were going to do a BPC, it would have been using this candle. Bullish candle, wick down, buy the break of the highs. Can't do it. What about a flip? Could we do a flip? Too late? Why can we not do a flip? Someone tell me the rules. Why can we not do a flip? Too late for you? No, there's only... Why can we not do a flip? When do flips occur? Right. A flip can only occur after a breakout and in strong trend. We don't have that. Okay? So no flips, no breakouts, no false breakouts. Can't do a range trade. So today, there is no trade. That's why this is useless right now. It means nothing to us. So we can't do anything. Looking at the 4-hour chart, okay? So now we can move our resistance level to here because this level has been respected. It is being tested. Where's the support level, right? We can see a support level here. Let's look at the ranges. What do we have available? 171, 259. So we can buy above here, sell below here. Let's drop to the hourly. Okay, so a little shift. The no trade zone is getting a little bit wider. Now, any issues with the hourly? I'm not keen on this price action here. Okay, so I don't like where you got big wick up, big wick down. Then in here you got loads of small little bodies. Then it pushes again. So the sells I wouldn't take underneath here. You have potential for a sell underneath here. Let's have a look at the range that we have available. Yeah, plenty of room available. You got 100 points there, 80 points there. So we've got room to trade below and above. Let's drop down to the 30. Okay, the range is starting to get a little bit smaller, but it's okay. We could also look at buys above there. So now what we've got is, if we look at this, we've got clear candle space here. So let's just look at this. If we put this at where the resistance level is, so I'm just going to go across from there. You look at all that candle there, clear candle space. We've got 103 pip range. So we get close above here, we can look for breakout long. and it's in the direction of the short-term trend. Don't like anything in this area. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to look for no trade range here. So don't place any trades in this area. We're going to look for potential buys above 20,144, and we'll look for sells below 20,000. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say below 20,000 because I don't want to close below, let's say 20,006 or 5 or 4 or 3, and then it touches 20,000 and then just pops up higher. So let's just do that. There's no major news today, so we don't have to worry about any news. We just have to worry about the man himself. You know who we're referring to? Anything? No major news. So no trade range, no major news. We're looking for longs above here. Let's go. Right, what we got? Was it 104? Call it 100. Alright, 100-point range. Here we have 80 pip range. Okay. Everyone happy with that analysis? Everyone happy with the analysis? Does that make sense? So here you're going to do nothing. Breakouts long above, breakouts short below. So if you wanted to make it more visual, you could do something like this. So it depends. You could make that your green zone. And then if you wanted, make that your red zone. Depends how visual you are. Depends what kind of things you see. Now, if you want to be even more visual, what you're looking for, then you just come across, go, right, if I'm looking for my breakout long, let's go, oh, not that one, breakout long. We'll pop this in here. So if I'm looking for a long trade, there's my checklist. If I'm looking for a short trade, there's my checklist. So we've just put resistance and close above as 1 and 2. Here we put close below support as 1. So we've merged 1 here. 1 and 2 for the short. But it's the same. So we know what we're looking for. We want to see price close below here. Want to see a wick up, then sell below the candle that broke. Ah, Anna, good afternoon, darling. How are you? So we've just analyzed the NASDAQ. I'll just chuck that in the members channels now. Copy image. Sorry you're late. No problem. You just missed 90 pips on gold. It was unreal. Literally just shot off. Oh God, guys. This is Fridays. Fridays are when I can feel the yeah, Nigel, it was a cracker. Bit like this morning. This morning's, if you weren't on the live stream early, you missed your 70 pips. Who says lightning can't strike twice, eh? Oh, I tell you what, I just need to put on charge. Uh, yeah, so that's the NASDAQ done. Gold, we're just waiting for longs above the hourly candle. I wouldn't have taken the DAX if I caught that. I bet you would. Um, right, let's have a look at your DAX trade, Frankie. Come on, what time is it? Show me. Yeah, no, there was no trade. So come, Frankie, tell me what was the DAX long? What time? Did I share the DAX long this morning? Oh, I didn't. What time did it go wrong for you? Frankie? What time was it, bud? Hang on, trying to copy it. Come on, Frankie. Yeah, if you took it in the members channel, I'll just bring the image up. While we're waiting for Frankie to copy his journal. Well, have a look at the journal. Have a look at MT4. Go to the hourly chart on the MT4. And what time is it? I know he's more like flat Frankie, isn't he? Come on, Frankie. Go. Is it 9:42 or 8:42? Is it 1 hour ahead or 2 hours ahead? Can't you just copy the trading view chart and send it in the members channel? And then I'll have a look. He's more like flapping Frankie now. Where's my chart? Where's my chart? Come on, Frankie. This live stream's dying waiting for you in this damn chart. Right. Software not copying. Just do print screen, mate. Print screen and put it in the group. FN and print screen or 10 a.m. Did you take the same trade, Nigel? Okay, so 10 a.m. How do you save and pull down the templates on your trading view? So if you go to text, then you just type something in, and then click on the favorites tab here, and then save drawing as template. Okay, so you hit T1, T2, but Frankie had a loss. What happened? And so confused. Okay, so while we're waiting for Frank, Christmas will be here. So I'm just going to go back to some of the other markets. Um, okay, NASDAQ. We've got our buys above. We're looking for longs above here. We're looking for sells below. We've got our checklist for breakout long. We've got our checklist for breakout short. There's no major news that's going to impact the NASDAQ today other than the infamous Mr. President Trump. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Comics has just opened, so expect to see a little bit of volatility here on gold, um, although we're not seeing too much. Buy orders are still valid above the H1 high. Now, depending on your risk appetite, this is where you can um, effectively look to try and use a dynamic or flexible risk management uh, entry entry technique. So you're looking at this and going, right, well, realistically, I would expect this market to continue with its breakout. So if price taps the support level, I'm going to take a third or 25% of my original risk as price breaks, as price touches here. Stops can go underneath the low. Then you might put 50% of it if it breaks its own high again. So as it comes down, you take 25%. As it breaks its own high, take another 50%. And then as it breaks the higher the candle, you're going to take a further 25% of your allotted risk. So if you're doing one lot, you'd do 0.25 down here, 0.5 as it breaks its own high, and then 0.25 as it breaks the previous candle's high. So you'd end up with a, let's say, an average price somewhere in the middle, maybe somewhere around where the candle closed. Now, the reason you do it like that as opposed to just buying as the candle closed, because as you buy as the candle closed, this could be a false break. We don't know. Um, so if it is going to come back and it's going to be a false break, better you do it with a much lower, much reduced risk. So you go in with a low risk, and then if it breaks its own high, so it's gone up, it's come down, and then if it breaks its own high again, what we've seen is we're seeing more confirmation from buyers that they're prepared to push the market higher. And then the final part, the risk that goes in, is where you would traditionally have your entry. But by doing staged entries, the first one being the most risky, because we don't have any confirmation that it's going to stay above. Okay, you're just basically hoping that after such a strong breakout and momentum that's come into the market, you're saying, well, if price taps the old resistance, new support level, buyers are going to come back in, we're going to push it higher. So that one's just literally pure risk. Um, so you're trying to catch a falling knife there. Frankie's still not found his chart. Uh, DAX, again, no real news. So you're looking for buys above 23,490 realistically. So you want to see a close above the wick down, then a buy of the highs. So yeah, we're looking for. Let me just. Let's have a look at them. Here was my chart on the German 30 earlier this morning. Okay, so look, if I was based on the time, there was your breakout level. Based on the time, you're either going for a momentum entry as price breaks this area here. That'd be my preferred, which is how I would have done it. Oh God, what's she bringing? All right, guys, 1 second. I've just got to take this call. Where's webcam chat audio? There. These women in my life, they just don't understand what live stream means. And when they ring, I generally think there's an issue. So I have to take the call. Are you still on live stream? Yes. Oh, okay, call me back later. Really? Unreal. We had a buy stop in place from this morning's webinar. I got triggered in and shouted, "Take the money!" Exactly, Nigel. Take the money. Oops. There we go. This one, I think it went about 40 points, if I'm not mistaken, because I messaged to say triggered T1 and T2 incoming. I don't know if T2 was got, but it was very close to 40 pips. Now, after that kind of move, Frankie, did you take your entry above the highs of that hourly candle on the 15? This one. So that's 8 a.m. Yeah, but was it this one? I mean, I just think you're a bit late to the party with that because look, the momentum entry was the one that we spoke about from the webinar. Um, Above these highs, I can see why you've taken it. Yes, yes. There's 2 hours difference on MT4. Let's have a look. Oops, damn it. Where's that gone? I'll bring up MT4 in a second, guys. Chart TV. Love a good old debate. It was different. So 10:15, 9:45. All right, it's the 30-minute. There you go. Looks pretty similar to me. So there's your support resistance level. This one breaks above. It comes back. I can see why you've got. I can see why you've taken it. I'd just be a little bit reluctant after we've seen T1, T2. Now you've been consolidating. If this one closes above, then there's a potential for a second opportunity. Does that make sense? Perfect setup. Where? But you shouldn't have. Right. So look, your entry, if you're looking at this, should have been above the high of that candle. You've bought straight away, haven't you? You've done a momentum entry at 8.15 or whatever it is. But you've already missed the momentum entry. The momentum entry was way back down here, 40 pips lower. Spread and all. What, you didn't add your spread on? So you can't have. Oh, Frankie, what? 23,527. Nearly 100 points. I I don't mind who took it with you, but I'm just. So if you've taken it on the 15, why is your stop 100 points away? Because if you've taken it on the 15, then you should have got stopped out underneath here. Hey Simon, I'm just seeing Frankie's just had a little blip. Yeah, mate, that you got to be careful with things like that, mate. That's a quick way to do a lot of damage for no need. Um, so, but that means your stop's right down here, Frankie. I don't get it. 23,527. 23. 73 pips. Oh man, you've used the whole candle and not budged. Frankie, Frankie, Frankie. Yeah. See, look, there's one thing having conviction in your analysis. There's another thing ignoring things like this. When this candle has broken out, doesn't matter which way you look at it, this candle's broken out, this one's come back, it's tapped the range, closed at the lows. You literally got to take some off here. Um, Here you go. There's a setup on this now. Buy stops above the highs. Oh, Frankie, that's such a shame, mate. Guys, the thing we need to make sure is that you have such a good success rate. You don't want to cripple that success rate with letting trades go too far. So last time I looked at your stats, Frankie, you were 85% success rate, which is phenomenal. Yeah, so keep up the good work. But if a trade's going wrong, remember the best thing you can do, right? Let's say this trade, let's say you just moved your stops underneath here, it's wicking down, and you go, right, okay, instead of waiting for it to break the high because you're not in profit yet, just say I'm going to close it if it breaks the lows. but I'll replace the order if it breaks the highs. So you give the trade a second opportunity. Don't just go, you know what, I'm going to see if it gets all the way to the stop loss because I like that it's broken out here and the market's bullish. Yeah. So always think, okay, thanks Lola. The amount of times I do that. All right, let's do that again. So we've broken out now. Buy stop should be going above here. But what I was saying in terms of Frankie, um, what I was saying in terms of Frankie is that this candle here is where he had his stop. He had his buy stop above the highs, stop below the lows. Then you have an inside candle, then you have an up range bullish candle that's triggered him in. In theory, this market should continue going higher based on the candle that we're seeing. It's a bullish close, it's above resistance, and it's up range. You know, you would expect it to continue. But the second it breaks the low of that candle, at least close half off or all of it. If you close all of it, yes, you're going to take a loss. You're going to take a loss of around 30 pips. So about add spread to that, maybe half. So call it 32, 33 pips. You lost 73. So you end up saving yourself about 100 odd something on that trade. You can replace the order above the high. If this candle wicks down, breaks the lows, and then triggers you, it's going to form an outside candle. You want to be in that trade. If it just keeps dropping, you're not going to get triggered. So, and if it keeps dropping, if you were still in the trade, you're just going to lose more money. So it's much better to kill the trade and then get back in if it goes back in your favor. Does that make sense, pal? Let's talk Nogle. I um Nigel, there's another member that might be reaching out to you in the Chris Armstrong, Christine might reach out to you with a little bit of help on uh what do you call it, trade assistant. So look, at the end of the day, however you choose to do it, whether you want to close half or full, is your preference, your prerogative. I I think at the beginning you might be better closing it all, take the hit, and if it comes back, fantastic, you're back in the trade. But always place the second trade. You need to give yourself that second opportunity. Uh, Look at this. After the breakout, we've seen inside candle, inside candle. We've broken the lows of this. We break those highs, you're going to go straight to TPs. Um, One second, I just need to check my calendar. Uh, no. Well, guys, in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna have to call it a day today. I can only do the hour today. I wasn't gonna do one today, but I am kind of running around like a little bit of a donkey today. Gotta get a haircut, collect the dog from the groomers, collect the little one from school, get to ballet at 4 o'clock. Not sure how I'm gonna do all that in 2 hours. Don't worry, I'm not doing ballet. I wouldn't put the instructors through anything as torturous as seeing me in a tutu. Imagine that. Bless. Yeah, no, just a little one, mate. Just a little one. I don't think I've quite got the physique for ballet. Definitely not twinkle toes, I'll tell you that. Right, guys, tell me what you're watching. What are you going to place a trade on if you're going to place a trade on anything? Are you going to do the DAX? What's your trade today? DAX or gold? Are you going to do DAX long or gold long? What's your preference, guys? No hesitation. No flapping. Just put the answer down quick. Simon, Dax is in. Trade and twinkle. TNT it is. I love it. Vic is doing the dad dance. Cancel gold now. Dax for Frankie. Dax. Everyone's on the Dax. Well, guys, I'm going to wish you all the very best because like I said, from this morning, after that one trade, that's me, cleaned up, done, heading into the weekend with a smile. That's what it's all about, guys. Don't need to force things. Just stick to the plan the trade the plan. So, like we said, this if we're doing the DAX long, we've planned it. We know what we're doing. Let's go. Text. Check your breakout long. Do we see that? Do we have resistance? Yes. Do we have a close above? Yes. Do we have clear candle space? Let's have a look. Oh, yes, we do. Why do we have clear candle space? Tell me what this price is. Well, how do we know we've got clear candle space? And that should be green. It's the all-time high. It certainly is. So we've got a resistance. We've closed above. We've got clear space because this is an all-time high. Next candle wicking down. Yes, we've wicked down. Buy stop above the previous high plus spread. Job done. No thinking, no if, buts, and maybes. It's just a process. Follow the process, the prize will follow. Try and add thinking into the mix, and you're going to get all emotional. You're going to start doing impulsive things. Then you are officially screwed. Don't think, just do. Okay? Guys, have a wicked weekend. I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, my next 2 hours is going to be dashing all over the place. Um, I'll see you all Monday. Stay disciplined. Please, guys, make sure if you're new here, give it a like, give it a share, follow us, subscribe. I'm trying to do around 4 or 5 live streams on YouTube a week at the minute. That'll be a Friday morning, maybe a Friday afternoon, and then 2 or 3 afternoons between Monday and Thursday. Okay? So please do me a big favor, guys. If you want these to carry on YouTube, um, I want to see some likes, some shares, some comments, feedback. I don't care, good or bad. Please make sure to comment on. If you forgot to comment on old videos, please take the time, just a couple of minutes, just to go back and make some comments. Really appreciate it. If you've taken any trades, put down the trades that you've done, what you got, what you didn't get, the win, the loss. Be as transparent as you possibly can be, because anyone that comes across this channel, I want them to see the truth, and that's the biggest thing for me. All right, guys, take care. See you all Monday. Have an unbelievable weekend. Bye.